Today's video is about a new study that we just completed called the Perils of Perception. It's a study that we conducted in 14 countries with the general population to ask them what they thought the answer would be on a series of questions that are fact-based. So for example, what is the percentage of teenage pregnancy in your country? What is the percentage of senior citizens in your country? What's the level of electoral participation in your country? And when we take a look at all of the answers to these questions, you really do see that there's an overrepresentation, particularly of things that seem to promote crisis or a sense of concern among the public. So for example, on teenage pregnancy, way overestimated, about 8 times in the United States. Electoral participation, underestimated. Unemployment, way overestimated all over the world, as is the amount of immigration, particularly in countries like France, the United States, and Belgium, as is the percentage of Muslim members of population. So for example, in Canada, where it's only 2% of the population, Canadians believe it's 20% of the population that's Muslim these days. You've heard the expression perception is reality. It really is the case in this instance. And the problem that you have is when people do believe these things are real, they essentially embrace their prejudices. So the question is, how do you break these things down? Well, the first thing that you would do is you would accept that perception is reality, and understanding that the only way to get past this is to convince the public that they need to change their minds about what they believe are facts, because they've embraced them and for them they are real. The second point in all of this is it's just not a matter of going out and telling people that they're incorrect or wrong. You really have to find a way to start a dialogue with the public on some of these things. And the way that you do that is you find the right examples to communicate with, and you find the right people to do the communication. And then the third thing is that this is something that's actually measurable and testable. It's something that you can go out and do some research on and discover that there is a gap, and you can track the effectiveness of your communications as you close the gap. If you want to find out more about this study, why don't you take a look at our site at ipsos.com under Perils of Perception. I think you'll find it very useful.